Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into an interesting feature in C# 13 called overload resolution and the new attribute that comes with it, overload resolution priority. Now this is a bit of an advanced topic, but don't worry. I will walk you through it with examples, and by the end of the video you will have a good understanding of how to use it in your own code. So before we get started, just a quick reminder to subscribe my channel, hit the red button and don't forget to click on the little bell icon. That way you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, without any further delay, let's get started. Master C# 13 overload resolution priority attribute. Let's first talk about what is overload resolution in C#. It is the process where the compiler chooses the correct method to call from multiple methods with the same name but different parameter based on the arguments passed. Let's understand this way. Consider this is something that happens every time we call a method in C# when there are multiple methods with the same name but different parameters. The compiler decides which one to use based on the parameters we pass in. This process is called overload resolution. Okay, so let's understand with the help of examples on over here. Let's say we have two variants of print methods. One is accepting integer and the other accepting a string as input parameter. That's what. If you see here, void print int number, it is accepting integer as an input parameters. What this method does, it is just printing integer number into console window with the help of console.write. And the second variant of print method, it is accepting a string input parameter. And this method is just printing a string text into the console window. Right? Now, when we call print 5, what happens? The compiler will pick the first method because 5 is an integer. So this first method, void print int number, is going to get invoked and it is just going to print this integer 5 into console window. That's what. If you see this output, integer colon 5 got printed into console window. Now what happens when we call print learn enjoy triple dot? In this case, compiler will pick the second method because learn enjoy triple dot is a string. So this method is going to get invoked. Void print a string text, and this statement is going to get printed into console window. A string text, whatever the input that user has put. In this case, learn enjoy triple dot was sent as an argument to this print method. So this text will get replaced with the learn enjoy triple dot, and if you see this output is going to get printed a string colon learn enjoy triple dot into console window. Right? Now let's complicate things a bit. What if we add another method like this, void print byte number console.writeLine byte number. So byte number, it is going to get printed into console window with the help of console.writeLine via this method. And when we call print 5, this print 5 method is going to get invoked void print int number variant of print method because 5 is an int by default. So even though we added new improved method, but it's not getting called. So what's the solution for it? That's where C# 13's overload resolution priority attributes comes into the picture. So introducing C# 13's overload resolution priority attribute. This attribute is part of the system.runtime.compiler services namespace, and it allows library authors like developers who write reusable code for others to tell the compiler which method to prefer when there is an ambiguity or when a new better method is added. Now you probably won't use this feature every day, but it's good to know that it exists, and if you are writing libraries, it can save you from some tricky situation. So let me show you how this works. We just need to follow two steps to implement this. That's what I have written, step number 1 and step number 2. In step number 1, what we need to do, we just need to add namespace using system.runtime.compiler service. Why I have added? Because this namespace contains this attribute, overload resolution priority. Step number 2, what we need to do, we just need to annotate with this attribute and set the priority level. That's why what I have done, I have annotated this attribute against this print byte number method. So what we need to do, we just need to write above to that particular method and we need to set some priority. So here I have set the priority as a 2 because I just want to give this method as a higher priority for byte, right? So now when we are going to call this print 5 method, then what will happen? The compiler will prefer the byte overload because we have given it higher priority with overload resolution priority 2. So it will print byte 5. So instead of calling this int number, it is just going to invoke this print byte number method, and that's why we are going to get this output byte 5. And when we are going to call print learn enjoy triple dot, because learn enjoy triple dot is a string, so this string variant of the print method is going to get invoked, and this output will be receiving a string learn enjoy triple dot. However, when we call print 1000, it will pick the int version because 1000 is an int by default and byte cannot support more than 255 int value. So it will print integer 1000. Now you must be thinking, how does this help? Why is this useful at all? Well, when we update our library, we might add a new, better version of a method. We want the users of our library to automatically use the improved version when they recompile their code. At the same time, we don't want to break existing code that still relies on the older method. So here we need to have the key benefit. What are the benefits? Number one, better performance. User will automatically use the more efficient method without having to change anything in their code. Second, backward compatibility. So old code that explicitly use the older method still works, so nothing breaks. And finally, the key benefit is avoid ambiguity. The compiler knows which method to choose when there is a potential confusion, so no more unexpected method call is going to happen. But we need to have few important things to keep in mind. What are those things? The overload resolution priority attribute only works for method within the same class. That's very important. We need to keep in mind whenever we are going to use this overload resolution priority attribute. It should be applied at the method level within the same class. So for example, you can't use it to give one extension method a higher priority over another extension method that is in a different class altogether. This feature is most useful when you're dealing with overload ambiguity, when the compiler is not sure which method to choose based on the argument passed in. Okay, so let's switch to the Visual Studio and see all these things in action. Alright, so here we are in Visual Studio. Here we are going to demonstrate how C# 13's overload resolution priority attribute influences which version of an overloaded method gets called when multiple methods are suitable. Okay, so to show the demo, what I have done, I have created one console application named overload resolution priority demo that has program.cs file. In program.cs file, first of all, as a part of step number 1, I have added necessary namespace using system.runtime.compiler services. If you notice, as a part of step number 1, I have discussed that we need to add this namespace system.runtime compiler services. Why? Because this namespace contains overload resolution priority attribute. That's why we need to add it. Then there is a class named program that has 3 variants of the print method. The first variant of the print method is going to accept input parameter as an integer. That's what, if you see this method, a static void print int number, and what this method does, it is just going to print integer number into console window. Second print method is going to accept string input parameter. So this string text is going to get printed into console window with the help of console.writeLine. And the third variant of the print method, it is going to accept the byte as an input parameter. It is going to print byte number into console window. But if you notice, I have annotated this print method with overloaded resolution priority attribute, and I have set the priority as a 2. So basically I have set the higher priority to this print method. Then there is a main method which is an entry point of this application. So here, first of all, I am just printing this statement into console window. Demo of C# 13's overload resolution priority attribute, because I'm just giving the demo of this concept, right? So I just wanted to print into console window at the top. Now when we invoke print method and I'm passing as an input parameter as a 5, which is a valid value for both byte and the int, since it fits in the range of both the types. But here I have added overload resolution priority for this print byte number, right? So what compiler does, it just check the priority and choose the byte version of the, and that's why if you see this output, it is going to get printed byte 5 into this when we are calling this print 5. But when we call print 1000, so 1000 is a valid integer number, but it exceeds the range of the byte, so which can hold value only from 0 to 255. But here we passed input parameter is a 1000, which is outside of the range of the byte. What compiler will do? So it will choose this int version of the print method. So the first method is going to get invoked. That's why we should be getting output like this, integer 1000. But when we call print method and I'm passing learn Njoy triple dot as an argument, so learn Njoy triple dot is a string input, right? So the compiler directly picks the string version of the print. So this method is going to get invoked. That's why we should be getting output like this, a string learn Njoy triple dot over here as an output. Okay, so now you have seen how the program is structured. Let me go and execute this program and show this output to you. Okay, so output got appearing to console window. If you see this output, demo of C# 13's overloaded resolution priority attribute got printed because we have just used this console.writeLine statement, right? Demo of C# 13's overload resolution attribute. So this statement got printed. But when we call this print 5, a byte version of the print method, and that's what this byte colon 5 got printed. But when we call this print 1000, what happens? The 1000 is exceed the range of byte. because byte range is 0 to 255, right? And it exceeded, so it is just going to pick this integer version of the print method, and that's what this integer 1000 got print. And finally, when we call this print learn enjoy triple dot, learn enjoy triple dot is nothing but the string, so it just directly call this a string version of the print method. That's what we got, this output a string colon learn enjoy. Now we saw the behavior how C# resolves method overloading by considering both input types and specified priorities that we can set with overload resolution priority attributes comes with C# 13. Okay, so that brings me to end up my session today. To sum up, we learned today about the newly introduced attribute, which is nothing but overload resolution priority in C# that comes under system.runtime.compiler services name. It enables library developers to control which method the compiler should prefer when multiple methods are suitable. It also ensures that newer improved versions are used without breaking backward compatibility. So it's like saying to the compiler, hey compiler, prefer this new method unless the old one is explicitly called. So this is a great feature if you are writing libraries, as it lets you introduce better methods without causing confusion for users of your code. That's all for this video, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, share it with your friends and colleagues, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. Thanks for watching. See you next video.